Hello, good evening everyone. Can you hear me? Yes. So, the name is Fausto. I'm with Gumtree. I am an engineering manager in Gumtree, so I manage the development team in Gumtree. My presentation will be mainly about the lesson learned in the last 10 years in my effort in building development teams. First news is a bad news. There's no golden rule. So there's no silver bullet. There's no way you can say, okay, this will definitely work. There's nothing like that. And for one very simple reason, because there are basically, infinite type of people, and every team is made out of people. So, but the good news is that there are some trends that you can leverage. So there are some behaviors that you can recognize across countries, across people. I manage a team in Italy, from where I'm from, and in the UK. And there are cultural differences, but still there are a lot of things that are in common. So before we start, very quick charter. So yes, every slide will have a Disney background because I think it's funny, and if the content will suck, at least the background will be fun. So that's basically the thing. Good, thank you. So super quick history of me. So I'm product, I'm tech, I'm kind of both. So I spent my career half in product and half in tech. So I started as a developer in eBay in 2011, and then I moved to product as head of product for Kijiji.it, which is basically the Italian Gumtree. It was the leading, maybe it still is, I don't know, the leading classified website in Italy. And from there I moved to Job Rapido, which is a job board based in Italy, serving 58 countries. I was product director there. I built the product team, CS team, UI team, so I made a lot of fun with mobile and stuff. After that, I kind of moved back to technology here in Gumtree, and now I am in tech. So why I think that there's not really a big difference between the two of them? Basically, it's about building stuff. And I'm a maker, so I love to build product that the people use. So I usually use a phrase which is, I love to build stuff that I can explain to my mom. I appreciate I cannot do that every time, but at least that gives the sense of which kind of stuff I'm doing. My experience is mainly about around building cross-functional teams. Not everything that is in here is coming just from me. So it's my experience from also my colleagues, people that in Italy or in the UK build teams with me. So the first implementation of a cross-functional team, it was in Kijiji when we tried to create this kind of Spotify-like model. One thing that we learned very quickly is that you need to have the buy-in from your business owners. So it's not something that it can just be bottom-up, but it needs to be part of the organization. You need to have the buy-in from the management. Otherwise, you will fail big time. There's no chance. Because you will be operating on a level that will be not recognized from your business. So that's something that needs to be recognized. I see people nodding in the audience, so maybe other people are having the same experience. So you really need to have the buy-in from your business. Little trick, you can do that by showing that you can actually deliver. You can deliver better quality, better quantity somehow. The things not always go together, but business loves to see quality and quantity at the same time. But the trick is try small. So start with a team. For example, in my case, I started with a team, and I kind of try to prove that kind of setup could have been the setup for the rest of the team. And if you fail, you start again. That's how it works. So basically, yeah, that's the first lesson learned. So you need to have the buy-in of your business owners from basically from the top of your company, because it's kind of easy getting the buy-in from the developers. It's kind of cool. So we're gonna work in a cross-functional team. It will be cool. Everyone will say, yeah, let's do it. Second iteration, Job Rapido, and in that case, the situation also we kind of had the business stakeholders on board, so that was check. The only thing is that when you say cross-functional team, you really need to walk the talk. So cross-functional doesn't mean QA, front-end and back-end, and potentially a designer. Cross-functional is really the group of people that owns a specific piece of your business. So if you are into the e-commerce, you may have a squad which is composed of developer, like front-end, back-end, QA, designer, PM, but also people that are in touch with the customers, customer support people, sales people, commercial people. That's super, super, super important if you really want to create a cross-functional team. Otherwise, there's no chance that that cross-functional team will have all the weapons needed to basically achieve the results that is waiting for. So the lesson learned here is cross-functional team doesn't mean just devs. So you need to have people from all over the business. I can elaborate for hours whether it means having salespeople every day at the stand-up. It really depends on your organization. It can be the case. You can have weekly stand-up with some of the stakeholders. I mean, afterwards, if you want, we can chat. I can give you my opinion. But again, it's based on the organization and on the people. Take 3, Gumtree UK. So now we have the business stakeholder on board. We have the cross-functional teams, and this is a real example. It's not just carved out of reality. Now the real challenge is the real empowerment. How you can empower people in an organization where there's waterfall, where there's the corporation, a big company asking you to deliver project for other companies in the portfolio. One of the important things is that how you align your squads and your people towards your vision and towards your business goals. Because, I mean, guys, we are in a business. We are running a business to make money, to pay people salary, because people are actually relying on the salaries that they're receiving from what we build. So OKRs are the system that, for example, we are using in Gumtree, and OKRs stand for objectives and key results. The objectives can be as easy as my squad is taking care of payments. And the key results is, I don't know, minus 10% in checkout drop-off and plus 15% revenue per user. I'm just making up metrics. The important thing is that it's super important to understand that KRs are not KPIs. It's a completely different business. KPIs are a measurement of success. OKRs are an alignment tool. So when you, as a business, you say to your squads, those are the 2 KRs, and you have to achieve them. If your KR is at 10% and you end the quarter at 8%, that's not a failure, because you steer the business in the direction where the business owners or the business, the management team was asking you to go. We can speculate on the percentage and on the numbers, but that's secondary. I mean, you're going in the right direction. Why I think I'm saying that this is super important, because if you're running a cross-functional team, you need to empower your developers. You need to empower your customer support people. You need to empower people, You need to empower everyone that is in the team to take the right decision. And it's super hard. It's super, super, super hard. When I say that, it means that as soon as your squad got the OKRs, they are free to experiment. They can try whatever they want. They want to run Kanban, go for it. They want to run Scrum, go for it. It's not a big deal, as long as they steer in the right direction. That's the point. So my take is that if you can achieve the business stakeholder on board, cross-functional team for real, the empowerment and the alignment given by the OKRs, you are creating a good setup. That doesn't mean success. Absolutely doesn't mean success, but it means that you are, running in the right direction. Some pitfalls. You need to really have to empower the squad. So you have to protect them from waterfall. Whichever is the size of the company. I don't know, a Series A startup till the corporation, you will always have waterfall coming in. You will always have the next incredible projects that the VP of sales come up with. So you need to protect the squads from waterfall. How you do that? Again, it's really up to the organization. I can give you an example. You can create quick response team. You can use platform team to do that. You can create the generalist, as the Spotify model refers sometimes to people that can do a bit of everything. But still, you need to create a sort of structure that has a flexibility. You can use consultant. As long as you protect your squads from the KRs, because you as a business, you said those are the KRs that will be judging your results. So I need to give you protection, whichever it can be. Dual track Agile is a great tool, so it's a great way of running stuff. Incredibly hard in terms of how you do dual track Agile, but it can be super, super, super cool. If you do dual track Agile, iterate fast. The easiest pitfall is Stay in discovery for a month. That's not discovery. That's building a whole new company in a month. So iterate fast. Keep the rhythm. Iterate in 5 days. Validate things, early validation with 5 days, 4 days, whatever, and fail, start it over. And last but not least, OKRs an alignment tool and not a measure of success. That's, again, I will not say that enough because it's super important. We keep messing up OKRs with KPIs. How do you manage 25 direct reports as I do with 3 squads? Takes time, takes energy, because you have to relate with people. How you can do that? So 3 amigos is your friend. The Agile coach and the PM, they are your best friends. They are the people that can get you in touch with your squad and understand what's happening. I personally have bi-weekly one-to-one with my direct reports. That's not enough to build a relationship, so it's not enough to get the trust of your people, so you need to be there with them. You need to be at the stand-up potentially, or every day, trying to reach out for them. So what are you doing? Why? Asking technicalities. And I will be back on asking in a bit. Again, the Agile coach is your best friend because, at least in our structure, the Agile coach is reporting into me and is the guy that is helping me understanding everything that is happening in each and every single flow, and listen to your people. It's super, super important, and of course this is not my stuff, but is Simon Sinek stuff. We keep forgetting how important it is to ask, and at any level. You can reach out for the GM, for the CEO, and asking why we're doing this. No one will ever turn you down. What's the worst thing that can happen when you ask a question? You get a no? Yeah, is that an issue? It is not. But what you can get if you get the answer is far greater than the risk of asking the question. So ask to your people what they're working on, which are the challenges, why are they pissed, why there's something wrong. That doesn't mean that you can solve every problem of your direct reports, but at least you will get a feeling of what's the pain that they are living every day. So keep asking what they're doing, what they want to do. I just finished a round of one-to-one with my guys with the Q3 feedbacks, and I appreciate it's end of October, so it's a little delay, but I always ask what you want to do next quarter. I cannot promise you that I will be giving you that project, but if you want to work on, I don't know, predictive intelligence, we'll find a way to squeeze that into something which is part of the OKRs. But that's super important, asking why. Weekly governance. So in my case, the way I run my team, there's the manager, the engineering manager, the agile coach, and the PM, and that's a triangle meeting, as I call it. And then, of course, you have your squad. That's just an example. It's not rocket science, and it's kind of working. In some of my team is working very well. In some other is working-ish, but still you have to iterate. Again, you have to be agile even in this kind of thing. So based on the people that you have with you, you can change the way you manage them. Last but not least, I always like to end my speech with things that I really love. Most of the time, while you run teams, while you build teams, while you run a business, you end up facing brick walls. And this is a quote from a great guy, a former professor at Carnegie Mellon in San Francisco, Randy Pausch. You can Google his name and you will find a very interesting speech which is called The Last Lecture. This professor says that every time you hit a brick wall, the brick wall is an obstacle, but is there for mainly 2 reasons. The first one is to show you, to allow you to show to others how much you want that specific thing. And that can be a business goal, that can be a business, a group goal, everything. But the other thing is that the brick wall is to keep other people from that specific goal. So keep chasing for your goal, even if you have to break the brick wall. Thank you.